I'm Allie Krug. Coming up in the live report, active options for homeschoolers. Going homeless for a cause. I'm Allie Krug. We'll have that story coming up in a live report. I'm here with Republican candidate Josh Burns, who is running to keep his seat in the House of Representatives. Democratic candidate Laura Hubka. She is running for the District 51 seat against Representative Josh Burns. Crews have successfully restored service to 450 of the Alliant Energy customers. Now, no matter how old you are, it's important to protect yourself against the flu virus, which is why I am going to roll up my sleeve right now and get my flu shot. And you're right, Amy, all of these did have one thing in common. These homes that were burglarized were all accessed through unlocked doors. They will come to the rescue if there is an emergency, but they are encouraging people to stay off the roads at least until they get cleared off a bit. Authorities say a year is a long time to have an open case like this, especially without any development. It was a morning of change and celebration for the now former owner Ted Christensen, whose office is just behind me here. But it was a somber morning for those tenants who were evicted from the Silver Boot Motel. I caught up with one of them this morning to hear what happens next.
My lock was changed a month ago.
And it's about to be changed for good. Chris Wood is in the process of being evicted from the Silver Boot Motel in Clear Lake. And he's not alone.
We've been here for over a year. I got one gentleman who's here for 4, another one for 2.
And they're all being asked to leave. Property owner Ted Christensen put the motel on the market earlier this year. A buyer interested in the property told him they would close on the deal if everyone was moved out. It's a simple request and one that is often made when properties change hands. Only tenants like Wood are saying they didn't have nearly enough warning.
Honestly, we were always told that it hadn't been sold yet. Keep the rent up, which we did. I think the last paper I got was saying this place has not been sold yet. Anybody caught behind on their rent needs to get caught up. And that's what I do.
Whether rent had been paid or not, it doesn't change the fact that things are moving forward at the motel. Authorities were on hand to help the owner monitor the eviction process and help in making things go smoothly.
The property has to be checked to ensure that any property not belonging to the owner or plaintiff is taken to the city right away.
Sheriff's Deputy Jeff Bryant says he oversees evictions on a weekly, if not daily basis, and that even though the argument between Christensen and the tenants went on for months, today's eviction was as smooth as it could be.
Everyone's been cooperative that we've dealt with today.
So we got 1 day from the Sheriff's Department. I understand that. The Sheriff's Department's way kosher in my book.
And I did reach out to the owner, Ted Christensen, who says he is just ready to have all of this drama behind him.
The Stop and Shop in Rockwell has been serving the North Iowa community for decades, but as KIMT News 3's Allie Krug is finding out, they're now closing up shop.
It has been a great 7 years, but it's time we moved on.
As the owner of the Rockwell Stop and Shop, it was an emotional morning for Peggy Rural. I was really sad. And for Stop and Shop customers. This convenience store and gas station has been a staple in this community for decades. Now the Rurals have decided to retire and surrender to the tough economic times and high gas prices. But there's hope for something new.
Everybody will probably work together trying to see something happen.
Because it is such a one-stop shop, it'll be hard on everyone to see this corner convenience go.
All the, close businesses, they all come here for lunch.
It's a tough day to see a long-time business like this leave a community, but the toughest part now will be figuring out where to fill up.
My mother, who's elderly, doesn't drive a lot, and this is her only place to get gas. And she can't drive 22 miles. Go get gas.
Going east to west, longtime customer Lynette Woodward is right. The nearest station would be about 22 miles away, but the other options aren't much closer. Heading north from Rockwell, the nearest station is a come and go about 10 miles away, or they could travel south and fill up at a Casey's in Sheffield. Regardless of which direction you choose, it still won't compare to the convenience of going just around the corner.
It is a town without a gas station. Without a place to farmers and stuff to have coffee. But most of it, they're very supportive. But the town itself has always been supportive.
In Rockwell, Allie Krug, KIMT News 3.
I've been here every year. This is March
treasure ransom has been scrapbooking for years, but a few pages back, she decided to turn a hobby into a helpful way in giving back.
It was a no-brainer for me to come here when I love to scrapbook and I love supporting the Lyles area.
Over the weekend, Ransom and nearly 100 other women participated in Crops for the Cure, a scrapbooking event that raises money for cancer research through the Lisle Area Cancer Organization. The craft is something all of these women have in common, but most of them have also had experiences with cancer.
I've lost a grandparent to cancer and lots of friends that are dealing with it right now, actually. So, yeah, it hits too close to home for so many people. So it's a cause worth fighting for.
My dad passed away of cancer 14 years ago.
Jody Attic is the founder for the Crop for the Cure event. Over the years, the sniffing, tasting, and memorable weekend has raised more than $40,000 for the cause, a number she never dreamed was possible.
The first year that we started this, we expected to have maybe 20, 30 people, and we were full. You know, we were right at 80 capacity. And we've been right close to that every year.
Oh, look at the silhouette.
The tradition has held strong for nearly a decade, and thanks to the avid scrapbookers like Ransom, the tradition will no doubt continue.
We won't miss it. We'll be here every year.
In Carpenter, Allie Krug, KIMT News 3.